उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्तजम्बो फलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपारपङ्कजम्। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बिके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो। जय शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो। जय शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो। जय शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर
शिव शंकर शंभो।
जय गिरिजापति भवानी शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो। जय गिरिजापति भवानी शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो। जय शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो। जय शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो। हे शिव शंकर शशांक शेखर शिव शंकर शंभो। हे शिव शंकर शशांक शेखर शिव शंकर शंभो। जय शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो। जय शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो। पार्वती शंकर उमा महेश्वर शिव शंकर शंभो। पार्वती शंकर उमा महेश्वर शिव शंकर शंभो। जय शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो। जय शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो। 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 उमापति भवानी शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो ओ नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो ओ जय शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो वंदे देवमुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वंदे जगत्कारणं वंदे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं वंदे पशूनां पतिं वंदे सूर्यशशाङ्कवाहननयनं वंदे मुकुन्दप्रियं वंदे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं वंदे शिवं शंकरम् प्रेम से बोलो उमापति महादेव की जय। ओम श्री भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय। My pranam to all of you and welcome to Shanti Satsangh on behalf of all the servants and the priests and the volunteers of Bhavani Shankar Mandir. It is so lovely to see all of you online, to join with us again in a beautiful Satsang. Satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalitatvam, nischalitatve jivan mukti. The aspiration or the goal of every Hindu, the goal of every Hindu is to attain mukti or moksha. And of course, it is our hope that Satsang can help you to find moksha in some way. Today, my friends, when we understand moksha or mukti, we understand it as freedom. Let me share with you, my friends, about my experience in freedom. I am free from hating anyone. I do not know what heaven looks like other than what's written in the book, but I tell you, I'm living a heavenly life because I am free from hating anyone. I am free from any grudges. I am free from running anyone's race. I am free from speaking ill of anyone. I am free from fetching any baggages on my shoulder or any chip in my shoulders. I am free from dislikes and likes. I am free, my friends, from torments or words from others. I am just free. And that freedom for me is called mukti, which is liberation. It means freedom. It means you're living a life of bliss. There will be COVID. There will be some pandemic as we are in. There'll be racism in the world. Do not be part of it. But my friends, nothing externally should be able to destroy or disturb the burning peace or the burning light of peace inside of you. That freedom is called mukti, or what we call, Adi Shankaracharya says, Jivan Mukti. It means you wake up tomorrow morning with a pure conscience. You go to bed in the night and you put your head on the pillow and you sleep sound knowing that, you know what, I have done well today. And if there was a little bit of disturbance, with what I heard or with what I saw, at least I have not participated in the process. This, my friends, is called mukti. When we can sleep sound, knowing that we have done well. Doing well in life has nothing to do about your monetary value or any other thing. Doing well has to do with whatever little contributions you make to this world. I want to ask you all a question. Please don't type it in. You can it's a rhetorical question, right? What have you done well today? What good have you done today? Let us say that, you're working and you're in a job where at the end of the week or end of the quarter, if you're a full-time employee, which I used to be, You have quarterly reports. So Hardat, what did you do this quarter? How many new initiatives have you taken on? How have you volunteered in the organization? How much good have you done? How well have you gone above and beyond the call of duty? You know that term? If you want to excel, I'll give you a little secret. You can share it as well. If you want to excel in your job, there's one secret, and that is to go above and beyond the call of your duty. Go above and beyond the call of your work, and you will see how success is going to happen. But today we expect to pray, we expect to go do our Shiv Puja, Ganpati Puja and so on, and go to work and skylark and blame Bhagwan for not giving us, you know what skylark mean, right? Skylark mean waste time. We expect to slack off at work and pray in the morning, and we expect to have raise, and we expect to do well. We expect to be recognized by our peers. No. Bhagwan gives you the strength and the motivation to do well. So what do? You do well, my friends. You do well. And so, go above and beyond the call of duty. So when I was a full-time employee, on a quarterly, you have to sit with your boss and say, so what have you done? And you have to list it out, because that will drive your bonus, and you know how the whole thing works. Well, I tell you what. Let's say you have to sit in front of your Bhagwan each and every day. You have to report to your God each and every day, right? And you have to tell Bhagwan, Bhagwan, this is the list of things, or this is the one good thing that I have done today. What would that be? What would that be? As a matter of fact, would we have anything to recite to him, to say to him, to our dear Lord? My friends, we have to live a life in such a way whereby the little things will add up, and it will matter in the lives, not of you, but in the lives of other people. Did you take that phone call where somebody just, they wanted to talk and they wanted to express, to lighten off their chest? Did you take that call? Did you, call someone and see how they're doing? One good a day. I know what's the best way to track it? Get a book. Get a book, and just like you keep your bank book, the days when they used to have bank book, a few people still have bank book today. They have bank book. I don't work in the branches. I've never worked in retail banking. I've been work over 20 years in banking, but I've never worked in retail. I was always techie back end guys. So people still today go to the bank with a bank book, Well, I'll tell you what, you get a bank book as well, but it's not to bank your money, it's to bank your karma. And I want to challenge you. This is your sadhana. Take out a page, look at your book every day, and write down all the good things that you have done. I hope at the end of the day you will not struggle to write something good that you have done for that day. That is how, my friends, we add up. How much neutral karmas have we done? How much good karmas have we done? And of course, how many not so nice things, knowingly or unknowingly, we have done as well. It is a perfect way to really calculate your life, my friends, and to let you know where you stand in His kingdom. Try it. It works, and it really arises our consciousness to tell you whether you're doing well or not. My friends, if we have to sit at the end of the week and say, Prabhu, this is what I've accomplished this week, not for myself, but for my dharma, my people, my culture, then I hope and pray that you have something, my friends, to talk about. We go, as Hindus, we go to bed richer than we woke up. Richer not in a monetary sense alone, but of course, in a spiritual sense, accomplishments, and that is what we do. And all of you, I'm sure, you cannot go short of listing your accomplishments because you are in Satsangh. You are in Satsangh. Somebody sent me a text last night. They said, Parnaji, they have to check in to see if there's ever been a Satsangh so long consecutively, one Satsangh. I said, I don't know. Maybe there is. And whether there is or not, that's not my concern. What I love about this is that you are committed to change. You're committed to transformation. God made us a human being. Let us not die a human being. Let us die a divine being. God has given you force, has blessed you. Guys, this is my power of my hands. My friends, do not be stuck with the physical force of a human being. No. Do not be stuck. Let that force be multiplied into something very divine in your life. Accomplish something at the end of the day and at the end of our life, my friends. And we always say, everybody will die, but we don't die. You know that? Well, we are going to. When most of us go to a funeral, what happens? We see the corpse, the body sitting there, and we're grieving, thinking that death has occurred, but death will not occur. Oh no, never know. So let's start that calculation process and do well, my friends. What is one of the ways to create energies in our life? Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhar Barno Raghubar Bimal Jasu Jo Dayak Halchar Buddhihin Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumar Bal Bodhi Vidya Deho Muhi Har Ho Kalesh Vikar जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिन्हु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमत निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंदन कुंचित केशा हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे कान्हे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि अंत जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए रघुपति की नहीं बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिया भरत संभारी सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहीशा यम कुबेर दिग्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेहि मुख माहि जल्दी लांघि गए अचरज नाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते
सुख रहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक राहों को धरना। आपन तेज संहारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाथ में कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, तासु अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा, है परसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुवरपुर जाए, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए। और देवता चित्त न डरहि, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करहि। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूत ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा, ओर से दिशा की गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेवा। की जय नाथ हृदय महादेवा। पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूरति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय में बसो सुरभूप। बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय। And before I begin the first segment this evening, Bhumika is going to lead us into a song, Nandalala Krishna Murari, a beautiful song to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Please enjoy this devotional rendition to Bhagwan Krishna. नंदलाला कृष्ण मुरारी, तेरे चरणों पे बलिहारी। नंदलाला कृष्ण मुरारी, तेरे चरणों पे बलिहारी। तू ही रास रचैया, तू ही है गोपाला। तू ही मुरली वाला, तू ही गिरधारी। नंदलाला कृष्ण मुरारी, तेरे चरणों पे बलिहारी।
पीताम्बरधारी गरवे जयंती माला श्याम बरन पीताम्बरधारी गरवे जयंती माला कुंज गगन में बंसी बजाए गोवर्धन गोपाला कुंज गगन में बंसी बजाए गोवर्धन गोपाला मोर मुकुट की शोभा न्यारी कितनी सुंदर छवि तुम्हारी नंदलाला कृष्ण मुरारी तेरे चरणों पे बलिहारी बस गए रे सावरी सूरत भक्त जनों के मन में बस गए रे सावरी सूरत भक्त जनों के मन में हमने चारों धाम है पाए तेरे ही चरणों में हमने चारों धाम है पाए तेरे ही चरणों में पूजे तुझको दुनिया सारी जय गोपाला जय बनवारी नंदलाला कृष्ण मुरारी तेरे चरणों पे बलिहारी तू ही रास रचैया तू ही है गोपाला तू ही मुरली वाला तू ही गिरधारी नंदलाला कृष्ण मुरारी तेरे चरणों पे बलिहारी नंदलाला कृष्ण मुरारी तेरे चरणों पे बलिहारी
तेरे चरणों के बलिहारी. At your feet, O Shri Krishna, everything lies there, our life, our happiness, and everything else. This evening, my friends, I'd like to dedicate the first segment to, of course, one couple celebrating their anniversary, or their wedding anniversary. And this is no one, of course, new to me. I am acquainted with them. And I'm so thankful that we can be part of this great celebration. So today we want to wish happy 41st wedding anniversary to a very, very dear couple in our lives, Mataji Tina and of course Pitaji Jagat, or known to all of you as Tina and Jagat, or Auntie Tina, Uncle Jagat, whatever you call them. Happy 41st anniversary to both of you. 41 years. I am barely 42, and you guys are celebrating 41 years together. That is amazing. Congratulations. And Bhagwan Krishna's blessings, Shri Krishna Bhagwan's blessings to all of you. If you don't know people, these are beautiful people here, Pitaji Jagat and Mataji Tina, they are actually volunteers at Bhavani Shankar Mandir. Celebrating 41 years. I'm sure everybody's calculating, so they're probably, they are volunteers in our mandir. And they're part of our cleaning crew, the sanitation crew, just to ensure that our temple is tidy and kept well. They do things when not even asked to be done. And their heart is very warm, exceptional people. And today we like to celebrate with them on their very, very blissful day. And this is a note from their children, of course. Today is a very special and blessed day as we celebrate our parents' 41st wedding anniversary. Our parents are a living example of how a couple can be committed to their love and nurture a family's growth year after year. Because of them, the world knows that truth and love exist. It's amazing. And we know they will always keep these beliefs alive and cherish one another. Happy anniversary to you, to both of you, Pitaji Jagat and Mataji Tina, and hope you enjoy the blessed evening we share with you. I think you're surprised with this because it was planned unknowing to you, but that's what all loving children do. And I will talk a little bit this evening because we're celebrating so many years, 41 years of marital bliss. I will talk a little bit today about the family structure, and I will quote the Vedas today. I think we have seen Ramayana, we understand the family structure in Ramayana, Mahabharata, and so on. I will bring you some very important verses from the Ved today, just to really understand, the importance of the family unit in the society that we live in. Before that, let's sing a happy song for them. Kanha Kandhaya Nandalala, O Murali Wala Aisi Bajai Murali, Muraliya Jadu Bhari. All of you should clap your hands together as we sing this beautiful song for this lovely couple. My, that is amazing pictures. I like that suit there, And they have grown with such youthfulness and such vigor. And forget about the great looks for a moment. They have very, very warm and very wonderful hearts. So well-deserved tribute to you and your love together for 41 years. Let's all clap together as we celebrate. And then we talk a little bit about, it's a very important discussion this afternoon. Well, all the discussions are important, but we address some very key, fundamental topics about this family unit. Kanha Kandhaya Nand Lala, Kanha Kandhaya Nand Lala, O Murli Wala Aisi Bajai Murli, Muraliya Jadu Bhari. Hey, Kanha Kandhaya Nand Lala, O Murli Wala Aisi Bajai Murli, Muraliya Jadu Bhari. Hey, Muraliya Jadu Bhari. देखो कुंवर कन्हाई कैसे रास रचाई, देखो कुंवर कन्हाई कैसे रास रचाई, ऐसे तान सुनाई सुध बुध सब बिसराई, ऐसे तान सुनाई है सुध बुध सब बिसराई। बाका ऊंचैल निराला, बाका ऊंचैल निराला, मुरली वाला ऐसे बजाए मुरली, मुरलिया जादू भरी। कान्हा कन्हैया नंद लाला, मुरली वाला ऐसे बजाए मुरली, मुरलिया जादू भरी है। कान्हा कृष्ण मुरारी, गोवर्धन गिरिधारी, कान्हा कृष्ण मुरारी, गोवर्धन गिरिधारी, काहे मटकी पूरी सुनते मिट्टी कारी, काहे मटकी पूरी सुनते मिट्टी कारी। आगे भरे ब्रजवाला, आगे भरे ब्रजवाला, मुरली वाला ऐसे बजाए मुरली, मुरलिया जादू भरी। कान्हा कन्हैया नंद लाला, मुरली वाला ऐसे बजाए मुरली, मुरलिया जादू भरी। माखन छोर दुलारा, नदगत सबका प्यारा,
माखन चोर दुलारा, नटखट सबका प्यारा, मनमोहन मन भावन, नाम रते जग सारा। मनमोहन मन भावन, नाम रते जग सारा। माधव मुकुंद मत वाला, माधव मुकुंद मत वाला, वो मुरली वाला ऐसी बजाए मुरली, मुरलिया जादू भरी। कान्हा कन्हैया नंद लाला, वो मुरली वाला ऐसी बजाए मुरली, मुरलिया जादू भरी। कान्हा कन्हैया नंद लाला, वो मुरली वाला ऐसी बजाए मुरली, मुरलिया जादू भरी, मुरलिया जादू भरी, मुरलिया जादू भरी। प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। परिवार और स्वास्थ्य. This is a beautiful extract of the Vedas. Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda. And when we quote the Vedas, you know that this is the root of our teachings. These are the very foundations of our dharma. And the Vedas, as you know, Rig Veda talks about the rituals, the principles of prayers. Excuse me, nose is very itchy today. Yajur Veda talks about the yagyas, the mantras for yagyas. Sama Veda talks about the music, the art. And Atharva Veda talks about the, of course, the medicinal aspect of life. And of course, in medicine, in art, in puja, in rituals, there are discussion of family, there are discussion of ritis, nitis, and all of that. In this beautiful writing, it is called Parivar or Swasthya, or family and health. Family and health. And when we say family and health, I'm not going to talk about the vitamins and the exercise and those kind of things. No. We will discuss about family and what it means to be a healthy family. A healthy family means a strong family, a united one, a one which, lives the purpose of our dharma. And what does it say? I read to you the introduction. Family life is the backbone of the entire social organization. The backbone of the entire social organization. Happiness, peace, and heavenly atmosphere of prosperity depends only on the excellence of a family. In this section of the discussion, which we'll talk about, family is praiseworthy. Family is the very foundation of our success. And the Vedas give so much of course, recognition to the family structure. Let us go into it. This beautiful verse from the Atharva Veda, book 3, verse 30, chapter 30, verse 2. What does it say? Anuvrata pitu putro, anuvrata pitu putro, matra bhavatu sammanaha. Jayapatye madhumatim vacham vadatu shantivam. Anuvrata pitu putro mata bhavatu sammana. And it explains from Atharva Veda. It says, in an ideal home, the Vedas first of all describe the home, what happens in the family structure in a Hindu home. Right? This is according to our Ved, friends. Not a book some man thought about and thought it was the best thing to do. This is Veda, Atharva Veda. That in an ideal home, Anuvrata pitu putro,
In an ideal home, children are the embodiment of their parents. The parents are well-wishers of their children. Yeah? Very important. Children are embodiments of their parents, and parents are well-wishers of their children. That's the parent and children relationship. Now, Veda says, Jaya Patye Madhumati. The husband and the wife's mutual relationship is sweet and happy. The husband and the wife mutual relationship is sweet and happy. That is the perfect mixture. And in only such families always thrive and are happy. Only such families always thrive and are happy. My friends, this is a perfect recipe to understand how our homes may be set up. We all know where to put the couch. When you go into the home, there is no argument of where to put the couch. There is certainly a little bit of argument who gets the couch. And who, we have a little bit of a debate in our home when that concerns, but you can't fight certain battles, you can't win. Do you understand? Good. So, there is no argument usually on where to put the television. There is no debate or concern or where to put the couch, where to put a table. Those things always fall into place. The minute you walk into a home, everything just flows. You can see an office go here, a desk goes here, a chair goes there. Everything just flows. One of the challenges we have when we move into a home is where we're going to put the altar. Right? I'm talking about a structural decision. Where we're going to put the altar. There is certainly not any decision where you're going to put the other place. You know the other place is. Right? There is one place where you praise the Lord and another place where you praise the devil. Both of them exist in the same home, and we expect our home to be blissful or blissed out. Right? We pray to God in one room, and there is another place where we praise the devil or we house the devil. It is a wrong setting for a blissful home. Now, if you have no interest in peace and in bliss and in dharma or a quiet way of life or living a fundamental Hindu life, then that shouldn't matter, right? You can have whatever you want. You can have all the brands one place, and you can have your altar where you visit once in a while. That's okay, right? If you're a part-time Hindu or a part-time human being. My friends, we don't want part-time happiness, do we? None of you want part-time happiness. None of you want part-time bliss, right? We don't want half of our emotions to be bliss and half to be, sorrowful. We want the complete thing. We want happiness night and day. The home has to be structured in a certain way to fuel that happiness, not to fuel the evil. That's the physical structure of the home. There is no question about where certain things go, except the altar. That's always the big decision. So a big room we go give the altar. Well, you should give a whole bedroom to the God. A whole room you should vacate and give, because that home belongs to your Lord, my friends. That home belongs to. That's a topic for a different day, but I always tell young parents, put your altar in a place that it is very accessible to your children, so that every time they walk or they run by, they are able to see the God, they are able to see the Murtis, they are able to be exposed to our traditions a little bit in the home and keep the other places far away, right? So the ideal setup physically is one thing. The ideal setup as a family is described in the Vedas. And what it says, in an ideal home, children are obedient to their parents. Parents, of course, parents have well wishes for their children. Obedience children. Sometimes a child, or most times a child these days, they don't understand what obedience is. Obedience doesn't mean, when your mom or dad tell you to go do this, that is obedience. You got to do it because they tell you that you got to do it. That's not obedience. Obedience is really keeping the head of your parents high. Obedience is when we can work with our family unit, our structure, to embrace our values, to embrace our traditions, and still be Western and modern. That is what obedience is. Obedience is when we lack rudeness. You know, one of the most unattractive behavior in a beautiful person is when they are rude. The most unattractive behavior in a beautiful person is when they just can't speak well. Especially when that comes from a child to their parent. Not a lot of things bother me in life. I want you to know that. What people say about me and things like, it doesn't bother me. Good people, Ram Bhagwan is cursed, but Krishna Bhagwan is cursed. So they talk things about them. You have to understand, don't bother about things. But one of the things that really, catches my attention and bothers me a little bit is when I see a rude child to a parent. Talk in a tone that is unacceptable. We weren't raised like that. Auntie Tina and Uncle Jagat were not raised like that. They didn't live 41 years together because they were, rude to their parents. They were taught values. They were shown values. I know this couple very well. Soft, when they talk, you can hardly hear. And when they speak with so much love. So much love and so much peace. That didn't come only by their nature. People say we have to born with certain things. What about creating certain things in your life? Right? So children, the Vedas is telling us, Anuvrata pitu putro matra bhavatu sammana. In an ideal home, children are obedient to their parents. That formula has worked for hundreds of thousands of years. Why are we trying to change that today with disobedient children? In a perfect home, children are obedient to them. Why are we trying to change that? Because we have learned a little bit about the West. Because we have exposed ourselves a little bit to some modern technologies. It does not warrant a rude behavior or disobedience to your parents at all. And it is okay for young people not to agree with these responses. This is not an argument. I'm just telling you what the Vedas are telling us here. Anuvrata pito putro matra bhavatu sammana. Disobedient children causes friction in a home. In the structure of a home as well, what happens? The Vedas tells us, Jaya patye madhumati vacham vadatu shantivam. That parents are well-wishers of their children as well. We have to wish our children well. They have faults. They have a few errors in their life. We have to correct them. We have to discipline them at certain stages. But we have to wish them well as well. A home where a parent doesn't wish a child well, normally, my friends, naturally, you will find frictions are happening there. Right? Frictions are happening there. There was a time, my friends, when marriage used to happen. Mother-in-law, our mother married her son to daughter-in-law. And there was never a letting go, When daughter-in-law come home, problem start from the day, from Kangan day, finish son and gan second son, they come back, problem start. Mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, our history has always talked about mother-in-law and daughter-in-law problem. Right? Now, one of the reasons for that is that mothers were so affectionate, the sons were so close to them, and letting go was a very hard thing for them. So imagine when the mother was the lady and the son used to work and give paycheck and everything to the mother. Now, son said, ma'am, and thank you very much. We have wife now. We got to give her the money, give her the attention, and things like that. It's a bit of they weren't taught how to deal with those things. So we can't blame mother-in-law and stuff like that. It's an old battle, perhaps the oldest in this art. But there's a little psychology behind it, right? It is not like parents don't wish their children well. They have to deal with emotional challenges too. They have to deal with emotional challenges. And so what happens? What happens, my friends? In an ideal home, the parents wish their children well. Now the husband and wife, Jaya patye madhumati vacham vadatu shantitam. This is the Veda, Atharva Veda. The husband and wife mutual relationship is sweet and happy. The relationship must be pleasant. I'm not saying, remember, I can't give you marriage advice because I'm only married for 19 years in my young life of 42. So I can't give you any marriage advice. We have to take marriage advice from Pitaji Jagat and Auntie Tina. They can tell you ups and downs. They can tell you summer days, winter day, a fall day. You know, they can tell you when the roof blow off, when the house will happen. They can tell you when the moon has no more honey, what we're going to do. You understand? They can tell you that. But it is saying here in the Vedas, the husband and wife mutual relationship should be sweet and should be happy. And Vacham vadatu shantivam. Only such families always thrive and are happy. Only such families will remain happy, my friends. Only such families. Let's go now to another verse. This verse is taken from the Rig Veda. The Rig Veda is the first Veda and it's the oldest Veda. What is it saying? Tamasmera yuvataryo yuvanam marmrijyamana pariyanyapaha sashakrebhi shikabhi redadasme didaya nigmo ghritanir nigapsuhu. This is a very important topic we have not discussed and we should. It says here that in a family, the Hindu family household, tasmera yuvataryo yuvana, those young men and women should marry whose hearts are clean and pure. This is very important to understand where Hinduism stands for marriage. Today the liberals are debating what marriage is, and the conservative politicians today are telling us or are determining what a marriage should be, who it should be between. Either a man and a man, a woman and a woman, a man or a woman. And that's fine. I have never spoken up against, as a matter of fact, I have very, very close friends who are actually, married to the same gender and so on. And that is people's choice in life. We must respect that. This forum is not to talk, to give opinions about those things. No. This forum is a Hindu forum. And we have never talked about this, right? Where does Hinduism stand with same gender marriages? As a matter of fact, the Rig Veda says that. Tamasmera yuvataryo yuvanam. Yuvana means the youthful. Tamasmera yuvataryo. Young men and young boys and girls. The young boys and girls who get married, their heart should be pure and clean. So from a Hindu perspective, what constitutes a marriage is between a man and a woman. From a Hindu perspective. Socially or nationally, what happens in the country is a whole different thing, and I'm not a judge against that. As long as people are happy in the choices they make, Bhagwan bless them. Right? I support that 100%. You want to marry whoever you choose, Bhagwan bless you. But then again, there is no Hindu process to get people married. That's why I've never done a marriage where, not because of my discrimination, I don't. But because the Hindu wedding ceremony talks about Var and Kanya, the bride and the groom, and there are special mantras to bring the two families together and all that, there was no process for bringing two same genders together. That's the only thing. I want you to understand that we are living in a very forward time. We're living in a very forward time, and we have to have forward thinking without compromising our dharma. And that is why these things are very important, because I can go and tell you my opinion. And I've heard Pandits do this all the time. We go and give their opinion on what I think this is and what I think that is without support from the scripture. This is the foundation of what we are practicing. Satya Sanatan Dharma, the Ved is the foundation. When two people are getting married, over the 20-something years in Canada, I don't know how many hundreds of weddings I did, but every wedding I did, the first question I asked the couple when they come, why do you want to get married? Right? Why do you want to get married? Because it's important for me to understand that. It's important for me to understand that. Every single wedding I have done, I will never do a wedding unless I have minimum 3 meetings. First with the bride and groom, then the families, then a bigger one to plan it. Because our Hindu weddings are no joke. They are the pride of our Hindus. Our Hindu wedding is not where Tasa is playing and people dance in a certain way alone and people have fun and they drink in the parking lot. Paninharda will never do that kind of stuff. I can't stop people for do what they do, not in the temple yard. We restrict that. But I can't do a wedding unless I plan it. I won't. Because it will look upside down. Now, just hold back a sneeze there, you know. So, what happens? The first thing I ask every young couple who came this year, 21 weddings we were supposed to do, postpone everything to next year. And every 21 wedding, I ask people, why you want to get married? The boy will look at the girl will look at the boy. And in most cases, most cases they don't know why they want to get married. Right? Or they're afraid to tell Panditji why they want to get married. Or when they do speak, it's like, oh, he's so cute. Or, and if you're getting married because somebody's cute, one day they're not going to be cute. If you're marrying somebody because they have straight teeth, one day they're not going to have. If you're marrying someone because they got nice long hair or they got nice straight thick hair, one day the color will change, or one day there will be no hair. Uncle Jagat, I gotta tell you, you have an amazing head for that hairstyle that you carry. Not everybody can carry that hairstyle. He knows what I'm talking about. He's a cool dude, Uncle Jagat. Yep. If you're married, you see Uncle Jagat photo when in a suit, that was like a Shami Kapoor hairstyle, you know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna marry somebody because of their hairstyle, then one day they're not going to have that. What's going to happen then? Will your love diminish as the hair fall off? What about the skin being so smooth? What will happen when the wrinkles start? Will your love wrinkle as life goes on? Why are you marrying some person? Why are you marrying somebody? The Veda says, those young men and young women, clearly, should marry whose hearts are clean and pure. Your hearts are clean and pure. You're not marrying anyone to enjoy the pleasure or to use his body as a pleasure sense. You're marrying because your hearts are pure. Right? Why do people get married in life? Why do people get married in life, my friends? I've asked this question so many times, every Bhagavad we have at the temple. Right? People today are living a life like a married couple. Why is it that you need to get married? You know, you can do everything unmarried like a married couple do. Why do you need to spend so much money to do a wedding? Right? You got to order, you got to get banquet hall. You have to have 2 weddings, and if, a Hindu wedding and a reception, plus if it's different faith, a Hindu wedding, the other faith wedding, plus a reception, and plus everything else, $100,000 you got to wash away for a wedding. Why do you want to get married? Right? People are having children today without getting married. They are going to vacations without getting married, doing groceries, living home, buy homes. Why do we want to get married? Why is marriage necessary according to Hinduism? You see, when, these 2 paper here, these pages, they contain writing, right? They contain writings. And I can just print them out and put them here and read to you whatever it is, greetings and everything like that. And they're fine. They're fine. They serve the purpose. Why isn't this a book? Why are they paper only? They're fine, right? But when the wind starts to blow, these paper, what happened? They blow away. This one go this way, that one go that way. Yeah, you can live together and build homes and go to vacation and have kids and avoid the $100,000 or sometimes $150,000 expenses. Everybody has a price today. Everybody has a price. Right? For a wedding, the mandap has different packages and it's business. And that's what it is. And I'm not debating that. I'm just saying this is how it is. Everything is a package. Why do all of that when you can just, live together? Well, the reason why the pages are bound together in a book and becomes a book is that when the stormy wind comes, it is the glue of the marriage. It is the glue of your commitment. It is the foundation of your love in a wedding ceremony that holds you together. The Hindu ceremony, my friends, the wedding ceremony, one day we should talk about the Hindu wedding ceremony, from begin to end. It's so beautiful. You know why the Hindu ceremony is like that? It's like 2 hours long and it's days of preparation. Shraddh, Satyanarayan Katha, Bhumi Puja, Matikor, and then the wedding. For the traditional Hindus, 4 things constitute a wedding. 4 things constitute a wedding. Nandi Shraddh, Satyanarayan Katha, family puja, then that is Matikor, and then wedding. When these 4 things are done, wedding happens. All of this is done to bring 2 people together, to bring 2 families together. 41 years ago, Auntie Tina was Tina and Uncle Jagat was Jagat. 41 years ago, there was Tina and there was Jagat. But when they got married, there was no Tina anymore and there was no Jagat anymore. They both have come together to become one soul. When during the wedding ceremony, the Dulaha holds the heart of the Dulahin, it's called Hriday Sparsh. Mama Vratete Hridayam Dadhami, Mama Chittam Anuchittam. The Hriday Sparsh ceremony, you know what that means? The groom touches the heart of the bride and says, we are going to be one. And he touches to feel the heartbeat. May your heart be in sync with my heartbeat. Is there anything more beautiful than that? I don't think there's anything so more beautiful than that. May our heartbeats sync so that if someone skips a beat, one will be aware of it. Where can we find a Hindu ceremony more beautiful than the Hindu wedding ceremony? We can't. Nowhere. Nowhere can you find it. It is too beautiful, my friends. In the household, my friends, 2 people should marry together when their hearts are pure, not when the lust level is up. When the lust level is up and the love level is low, it's not going to work. But when the love level is high, when the appreciation level is high, my friends, that is when marriage should occur. One more shlok from the Atharva Veda. What does it say in the Atharva Veda? Book 7, chapter 36, verse 1. Akshayo no madhusam kasho anikam no samajjanam antaha krishnushwamang hridi man innau sahasati. Let us, husband and wife, look at each other with the gaze of love. In the wedding ceremony, this is one of the verses we chant. Let us, husband and wife, again, the Vedas talk about the husband and the wife. Let us, husband and wife, look at each other with the gaze of love. Always speak sweet words and reside in each other's heart. Let us be 2 bodies, but with one mind only. When husband have one mind and the wife have one mind, 2 mind now walk. You know when you're doing something, say, I had 2 mind. I want to do it, and the other mind tell me that you have one mind, people. Yeah, but it's your intellect is making the right choice, and your mind is telling you something else. Intellect must always be stronger than the mind. In this verse, the Veda is saying, yes, there are 2 bodies, but there must be one mind. There must be one mind. And the last verse I want to quote on this segment. We have one more segment to do for one other family, but on this segment, what is it saying? Mameyamastu paushang mahyam twadayam brihaspati maya patya prajavati samjiva sharada shatam jivena sharada shatam. You know, the priest blesses both the bride and the groom. This is Veda, Atharva Veda. Oh wife, the husband is saying, oh wife, God has handed over you to me. Not your parents or not anybody else. God has given you to me, oh wife. The responsibility of loving you lies with me. You know, all the men out there, let me tell you that our Hindu ceremony is very unique. When the father of the bride gives the groom the madhupark, you know madhupark mean? The honey and the yogurt. I'm a very traditional Hindu Pandit. I do things very traditionally. There's 56 ways in which you can do a wedding ceremony. A wedding ceremony can last 5 minutes, it can last 10 minutes, it can last 15 minutes, it can last 20 minutes, it can last 30 minutes, depending on what life you're living, right? Depending on what life you're living. If you have been living together and so on, and in the same home, and you're living a married person, then the full Hindu wedding ceremony is not for you. You can't do certain surgeries in life that are not meant for you, right? You have to do what's meant for you. There's all kind of wedding ceremonies depending on what level of life that you are. And I'm very, very upfront with people because I can't commit sins. I want to preserve this dharma in the way it should be. So, in the wedding ceremony, the husband says, Mameyamastu paushyang mahyam, that, O wife, God has handed you over to me. The responsibility of loving you lies with me. Let us both have children and build a family and live a lifetime together. Live a lifetime together. My friends, in these beautiful Vedic verses, what does the in-laws say? The in-law says, O daughter-in-law, lead your life in such a way that your in-laws, your mother and father, and the other relatives will respect and will honor you. And my friends, these are some very powerful verses of the Vedas which talk about the family structure. I hope and pray that we all will, of course, continue this amazing family life. And family is not only limited to the people in your home. Family, my friends, is extended as well. But please continue to have and live a very, very blessed life, a very beautiful life. And understand that marriage, or this marriage life, it's an institution. We call it Grihast Ashram. Grihast Ashram means an institution of marriage. What do we do in an institution? We learn. Every day we learn about someone. Every day we learn about our spouse, our partner. Every day we learn about them. And when you discover new things, remember it's an institution. Pitaji Jagat and Auntie Tina, God bless both of you. And I hope and pray that you both had a very, very blessed day. I like to read this greeting again because there are people who just logged on. And this is a greeting, or words, of course, that come from the family. Today is a special and blessed day as we celebrate our parents' 41st wedding anniversary. Our parents are a living example of how a couple can be committed to their love and nurture a family's growth year after year. Because of them, the world knows the truth and love exists. And we know that they will always keep these beliefs alive and cherish one another. Happy anniversary. We love you always, from your daughters, Indra, Anita, and Christina, your son-in-laws, Anil, Andrew, and Kevin, and your 5 grandchildren who you absolutely adore and love, Alexis, Amaya, Akira, Kian, and Andrew. God bless both of you and stay well. Bole Siyapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Vrinda is going to do a bhajan now. And after this bhajan, we have another segment of the program where we can learn something. I hope you have learned something today, because every day is a learning day for us. This world is an institution. And when we come back, we'll learn a few more things in this beautiful Shanti Satsangh. Vrinda.
Hey Radhika, 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 hey Radhika.
प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. Today as well, our program is dedicated in memory of three wonderful folks who passed away for this beautiful family. In memory of the parents, Hamona and Rodolphe from Charitar, and of course, this family's brother, Ram, who passed away respectively 32, 20, and 24 years ago. And the message from the family this evening. In loving memory of our parents, Hamona and Rodolphe from Charitar, and their brother Ram, who passed away 30, 20, and 24 years respectively. Lovingly remembered by their 8 children, Babalu, Buck, Shirley, Vijay, Sita, Oma, Ragi, and Kavi, son-in-laws, daughter-in-laws, grands, great-grands, and all other family members. And they, from their heart, they say, to lose one parent is hard, but to lose both is devastating. No one will understand such a loss until they have lived it. For us, you are alive in the beautiful memories you leave behind, which we will forever hold dearly. Because the day those memories fade will be the day you truly die. For those you love do not leave, they walk beside you unseen, unheard, but always near and dear. Love and forever and always, our loving Father, and until we meet again. And this is a message from, of course, the family. This family is known to come to our temple as well. Oma is known to our temple. And I'm happy we can share these memories with them today. And in so doing, we'd like to read a verse of the Gita to comfort you, and more so as an education to everyone else. I've started to do this, my friends, because I think that every occasion in life matters to us. Marriage matters to us. And most of all, people may or may not marry, but most of all, everyone will die. And though death is the only certain thing, in Canada, America, we say there are 2 things that are certain: taxes and debt. Taxes and debt, they will always be there. Death is the only thing that is certain, right? Only thing that is certain. But when it happens, when death happens, we're shocked. I'm telling you every single day that tomorrow, I don't know what will happen. Tomorrow morning, I may not be here. Tomorrow morning, someone I know may not be here, right? But you see, when it actually triggers, when it happens, you know that, but when it triggers, what happens? Right? It is a big shock in our life, right? It's a big shock in our life. And that is why every day we have to prepare. And how is it that we prepare? We prepare every day because we know that this is going to happen. And so, in chapter 15 of the Gita, there's one verse that tells us, cut the tree to get moksha. What does it mean of moksha? Freedom, mukti. So Krishna Bhagavan says, Arjun, cut the tree to get moksha. One would think you have to climb the tree to get the moksha, but he says to cut the tree, and you will be free. What is that tree he's talking about? Krishna Bhagavan is talking about. Narupamasyeha tato palambyate. Chapter 15. Narupamasyeha tato palamyate. Nanto nachardin cha sampratishtha. Ashvatyamenam suvarudamulam sangasrena dadraneva chivana. Narupamesyam narupamasyeha tato palabhyateha. What is the tree he's talking about? Its form is not here perceived as such, neither its end, nor its origin, nor its existence. Having cut asunder this firm-rooted Ashwatha with a strong axe of non-attachment, what will happen? What will happen? Then the goal should be sought for. Going whither they do not return again. We'll explain this. I seek refuge in that primordial Purusha, whence stream forth the eternal activity. Arjuna is saying Krishna Bhagavan is saying, cut this tree to get moksha. What is this tree? This tree is called the Ashwatha tree. This tree is called the Ashwatha tree. It's described in the Gita as the tree of mundane existence. This Ashwatha tree of existence has no stability forever. It means that everything that we experience, we are absorbing it. We are dancing according to it. We hear music outside, we don't know what it is, we dance to it. We see something in front of us, it has a particular color or a particular looks, we eat it. Right? We do not understand what is the impact of this world, what is the impact of putting something inside of us, what is the impact of wearing something, but we just have it. And that is what Krishna Bhagavan refers to as this tree of mundane existence. It means the world that we're living in, we are enjoying everything externally, but we are denying the internal peace that is inside of us. Why is it important to focus inside? Why is it since March 15th to now we have been inside? Because the universe is sending us a message, my friends. When you can't go outside, you have to turn inside, turn inward. Why is it that we turn inward? I'll give you a little hint here today. 15:15. It means chapter 15, verse 15 of the Gita. Why is it that the Lord is saying, cut the tree, cut the tree? It means cut your bond with the world. Now, Panditji, what kind of world we live in, man? What are you talking about? We can't eat, we can't shop, we can't drive a nice car, we can't use little, makeup. What kind of world are you talking about? Are you talking about caveman's life? I'm not talking about caveman's life. I'm telling you it's okay to dress up, as long as you dress with honor and dignity. I'm telling you it is okay to eat delicious things, as long as they're going to give you a pleasant experience. A pleasant experience. Have you ever seen everyone eat hot 7 curry in purine leaf with a lot of pepper and a lot of chutney inside? Like a whole big leaf like this? I mean vegetarian food. They just sand up everything and throw everything down the stomach like this. Big leaf, right? And afterward they're like, 7 curry is heavy food by. What am I going to do? That's 7 curry proper heavy. No, it's not the 7 curry that's heavy. It's because we have eaten so many combinations of things in large volume that when we put it in the body, it's like putting excess things in a mill, trying to grind it, and it's going to be stuck. The body cannot process it. The body cannot process it. And that it's not the food that is bad, it's 7 curry. It's how you eat it that's bad. Do you understand? So we blame the food. No, it's okay to eat. Shouldn't be living a caveman's life. But what I'm saying is when we focus on the tree, everything external, and we have not focused on the inner God, what happens, my friends? We lose our identity. And that is why death is a surprise. That is why death is a surprise to many people. Let us go to chapter 15, verse 15. This is a clue for you. Chapter 15, verse 15. Where is God? Where is God? Where is He? Bhagavan Shri Krishna tells Arjun, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. Mata smritir jnana mapohanam cha. Vaidesha sarva rahameva vedyam. Vedanta kridhe davideva chaham. Rema pani sare nidha pa. Pani sare nidha pa dhama gare. Re pa mare gare nire sa. Where is Bhagwan? I am seated in the hearts of all. Krishna Bhagavan tells Arjun. No philosophy here, the Lord says it. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. That's why when we tell you keep a clean heart, it doesn't mean necessarily a healthy heart. That's good, a healthy heart is good. But it means this is a place where Bhagavan dwells. He says, Arjun, I am seated in the hearts of all. From me are memory, knowledge, as well as their loss. You know, we memorize things because of him. We lose the memory because of him. When we are conscious that he's here, what happens, my friends? Memory is there. When we are letting him go from our life, then everything goes. I am verily that which has to be known by all the Vedas. The Veda that we read here, my friends, is yet to describe the greatness of Paramatma. I am indeed the author of the Vedanta as well as the knower of the Vedas. The Veda and the Vedanta, the Veda are Rig Ved, Yajur Ved, Sam Ved, Atharva Ved. Vedanta means the end of the Vedas. That is the philosophy. He is the Vedas and he is the Vedanta. He is the author of it all. And this great person, this great creator, Krishna Bhagavan, is in the heart. The Lord is in the heart, my friends, yet we are looking elsewhere. We are looking externally, and that's why the Lord says, cut the tree. Cut the tree of Ashwatha, or mundane existence, and turn inside. Turn inside for him, my friends. And that is what the focus should be in our life, to turn internally. That is where all the answers are. Every day we are listening to 100,000 opinions of the world. That person has an opinion, that person has an opinion. What about your opinion? 100,000 voices are coming through your ears. What about the inner voice? In chapter 6 of the Gita, Bhagavan tells us, my friends, and this is the sadhanas we have to practice. He tells us to find the voice that matters is to spend time in silence, in solitude. When we sit in solitude, closing our eyes, closing the world out from us, what happened? We do not hear this voice, that voice, this voice, that voice. We hear the voice from within. Your voice, the answers. I'll tell you not a secret tonight. When in my life, my friends, I need an answer for something. And there are many answers that I need and I'm searching for every day. It's not only, not everything we do is fabulous. Most of what I do is fabulous, but one, two times you run into some real challenges in life and you need an answer. You need an answer. I seek the opinion of my close, good friends, share a few things with them, but the most, all the answers, friends, comes when we sit in solitude. Sit in solitude and close your eyes and don't think about stuff. And then the answers come, the voices from within come. If God is here, man, right here, why are we going to look for answers all over the place, my friends? My message this evening to this beautiful family and to all of you on the occasion of death is that death will occur, death will happen. And when it happens, yes, we're going to grieve and cry. We know it's coming, but still surprise when it happens. But, my friends, let us find the God within us. Let us praise the God within us. Let us sing with the God within us and allow ourselves to grow and prosper so that when challenging time comes, that God that we have nurtured, those beautiful moments that we have cherished, those will serve us to get through these moments. This family, after many years, minimum 2 decades, 3 decades, their beloved ones have passed away, but they still remember them. They still remember them. And in this beautiful song, we sing, we ask Bhagwan's blessings on them and ask and pray that may they forget forever, of course, embrace God. And to all of you who are watching, my friends, death will come. It is not only the person in the casket who is dead or who will die, it is us as well one day will be there. Let's prepare for it and let's just be noble about life. So I think the request of bhajan, I'm sorry, I'm going to look here quickly. It has been one of those days, so I am just going to look at the bhajan here quickly. That was requested. Anyways, I will just sing a Bhagwan Shri Krishna's bhajan and ask and pray that O Suna Suna Lagi, Biraj ka Dham, Gokul ka Chor, Chale re Ghansham. We'll sing a verse of that, and then I have some announcements, and we'll sing another bhajan and make it a beautiful night for all of us. Prem se bolo Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai. सुन सुन लागे बिरज का धाम, गोकुल का छोर चले रे घनश्याम। सुन सुन लागे बिरज का धाम, गोकुल का छोर चले रे घनश्याम। अरे गोकुल का छोर चले रे घनश्याम। यमुना रोए मधुबन रोए, रोए कदम की छैया। यमुना रोए मधुबन रोए, रोए कदम की छैया। भर भर नैना रोए गवाले, रोए बिरज की गैया। राह रोत कर रोए मन, सुख बिछुर रहे मोरे श्याम रे। सुन सुन लागे बिरज का धाम, गोकुल का छोर चले रे घनश्याम। सुन सुन लागे बिरज का धाम, गोकुल का छोर चले रे घनश्याम। प्रेम दीवानी राधा रानी, भर नैनन में पानी। सब किस्मत कहीं हाय रे कान्हा, हाय रे कान्हा। तूने बिरहा की पीर न जाने, कैसे कटेंगे तुम बिन साथी, जीवन के अब शान रे। सुन सुन लागे बिरज का धाम, गोकुल का छोर चले रे घनश्याम। सुन सुन लागे बिरज का धाम, गोकुल का छोर चले रे घनश्याम। गोकुल का छोर चले रे घनश्याम, गोकुल का छोर चले रे घनश्याम। प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। Just some quick announcements. What we're doing. We are going to proceed with a couple of things. Immediately, as you know, as announced last night, we turn on the temple. We are given the green light to proceed with reopening of the temple at a 30% capacity, which means at any time 30% of the people of the capacity of the temple must be there, except for weddings. If we're doing weddings, it can only be maximum of 10. So our building can hold a lot of people. Our capacity there, according legally, is over 800. But there is a catch to that, because while the people are in there, they have to be social distancing. So imagine if you take 30% of 800, which is like 240, right? 240. If you take 240 people in the temple, It means they have to be 6 feet apart. Now, there's no way that's going to happen. In our, prayer hall up there, you can't have that many people 6 feet apart. So, literally, the guys are going to measure if someone sit here and 6 feet apart there and 6 feet apart there, how many people are going to fit there, and that's going to be our occupancy. So, the temple will be reopened as of Friday, and tomorrow night, we're going to roll out the schedule of what's going to happen. Friday evening will be our first puja there. Shanti Satsangh will be live every evening. Some evenings will be live from the temple, and most evenings will be live here. So that's good news, I think, in some ways, and we're going to do this very safely. We're arranging volunteers, and thank you for those who wrote me. I haven't responded as yet, but I got your note that you want to volunteer, and we will put you in the list. We're working to make sure our volunteers, their duties are described, what they have to do, and that will happen over the next day to come. So we'll have people just literally counting you to make sure that we have the right number of people in the temple. Sunday morning service will be there, but we'll be there just for about an hour or so, 9:30 to 10:30 service. And of course, you're free to come as long as we have that number of people there. I'm sure you want to come and get your darshan. There will be no the priest alone will be doing the puja, regardless if we have sponsors or no sponsors. The priest alone will do the puja. No one will be allowed to go on the altar. Aarti will be done. Everybody will stand. The priest will do the aarti, because we want to make it an hour service and, of course, limit everybody's interaction. I think it would be nice for us to be back in the temple to have the darshan of Bhagwan Shiva and Parvati and Ma Jagadamba and Bhagwan Krishna and Ram, Bhagwan Hanumanji, and so on. So we're going to roll out the details tomorrow evening. Very important. Tune in tomorrow so that we can roll out the schedule and the precautions we're taking to make sure that this works well. So I think that's good news to many of us. So thank you very much. Please remember, Shanti Satsang will still be on the air every evening, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. because still there are many people who cannot come out because of their age and because of pre-existing sicknesses. And we have to respect that. So we will continue to bring Satsang to your home every evening. We're also planning a big celebration for our 100th day, which is July 1st. I want you to start making your little cards and your posters or whatever it is, 100-day Shanti Satsang, get your little flag and so. And we're actually working to arrange some merchandise, which is a Shanti Satsang t-shirt. We're looking at making those now, so that you can get them and you can be part of the celebration in a very unique way. So that's happening. We're working on that right now, and we'll keep you posted on how that goes. Also, my friends, for Father's Day, we'll have a nice Father's Day program. It will be a fundraising program, so we'll have a devotional singing and some film song singing so that you can be part of it as well. And of course, Father's Day, like we did on Mother's Day, should be something very special. I hope you will join us and be part of that. We're now planning, all our fundraising events are canceled. We will get back the team and start to see what we can do, but our fundraising events, these things take a long time to plan. We plan a year in advance for events, so if we're only limited to certain activities, we can. But our Bhagavad Katha in August will be on schedule. 7 days before Janmashtami, we'll go ahead and do that with limitations, and we will let you all know where that will be done. So we're going to get back. It's a good start, I believe, for us. We have to do it safely and with all of you in mind. Bhagwan's blessings on all of you, my friends, and hope you have a blessed evening. We will do our Hanumanji Chalisa now, and after that, prayers. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj निज मन मुकुर सुधार बरनो रघुबर बिमल जसु जोदायक फल चार बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि अरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर।
जय कपीश तिन्हु लोक उजागर। रामदूत तुलित बल धामा। अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी। कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा। कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा। हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे। कान्हे मूँज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन। तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर। राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया। राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा। विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे। रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। गाय सजीवन लखन जियाए। श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए। रघुपति की नहीं बहुत बड़ाई। तुम मम प्रिया भरत संभाई। सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे। अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा। नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते। कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव कीन्हा। राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना। लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। युग सहस्र योजन पर मारो। लीलो ताहि मधुर पद जानो। प्रभु मुद्रिका मिली मुख माही। जल्दी लागी गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते। सुख मनोगह तुम्हरे देते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे। होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा। तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे। तीनों लोक हाथ से कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे। महावीर जब
संकट हरण मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय में बसहु सुरभूप सिया भज रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. Let us pray. Keep everyone in your prayers every night. Om Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Cha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Dev. Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma mritam gamaya. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. प्रेम से बोलो श्री उमापति महादेव की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, सिया भज रामचंद्र की, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की. सबको ये जय जय सीताराम. God bless all of you. Have a pleasant night, beautiful night. Have a joyful day tomorrow, and just wish everyone well. Now let's hop on. And kind reminder, everyone, if you haven't as yet, please go onto YouTube, Hardat Ashwar, my YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button. I have some videos up there and a couple coming up this week as well. You can click the subscribe button. It's free subscription, of course, and the notification button as well, so that videos will come to you. Again, just click the like button again of Bhavani Shankar Mandir's Facebook page. And let's just hop online, everyone, and say Sitaram to everyone. Let's go here. Let me see who's saying Sitaram to me here. Or Jai Shri Krishna, Namaste, whatever your greeting is, good night. Maharani Khan, Sitaram, Auntie Lalita, Nilawati Basant, Indra Rajkumar, Savitri Manbodh, Jai Sitaram to everyone, Manisha, Venisha Ram Lakhan, Vidyabasi Ram, Pandit Prashant Dubeji, Jai Ho, Sabita Singh, Shanti Gosai, Nirmala Ram Sahai, Geeta Ram Pratap from Florida, Dev Ram Charan, Bev Ram Charan, Devan Sabita Eugen, Indra Rajkumar, Dalip Singh, Auntie Leela, Sister Camila and Bhaiji Derek, Narendra Balraju, Kamala Durbij, Chanudravati Sukram, Pamela Kosal, Jasmati Ramlal, Auntie Data from Florida, Hewanti Ram Sarup, Sabu Ram Narayan, Sister Leela. You've been married for 43 years? Wow, I thought you were 43. Jasmine Sri Kisoon, you're welcome. Thank you all for the kind words, of course, and Sunny and family, Basanti and family there. Natasha Davina Chetty, Dolly Singh, Sharda Goraya Bisnath, Sirojani Sukul, D. Prasad, Ravi Jagdev, Deram Jeevan, Indra Chalu, Ishrani Prasad. Thank you all for the kind words. We are here to serve our community. Yogini Lachman Singh, Auntie Tina, congratulations again. Narayan Tiwari, Rajesh Thakur, Indra Prasad, Sarayadon family, Joan Shivnath, Geeta Balram, Sati Samwaru, Pamela Imrat, Janice Anand, Sitawati Jagdev, Vedi Sankar, Sister Chandra, Kavita Sukhbir, Zina Gafur, Industry Krishnan Mahabir, Auntie Shanti from Guyana, Lilo from Scarborough, and Lalita Ramlochan, Sabo Ram Narayan, Sunita Singh Hazari. Absolutely, it will be a fantastic time. Oma Bhagwandin, Shanti Mohan, Sunil Hussain, Jasmati Ramlal, Dear Prasad, Shanice JP, Narayan Prasad, Savo Rajaram, Anita Musahib. God bless all of you. See you tomorrow evening on Shanti Satsangh.